Climate change is always the topic of the most symposiums and speakers. Endless discussion regarding climate change, its effect, and the possible solution to solve these infinite-like problems. Climate is perceived as the long-term average condition of the weather. Weather, by all means, is the day-to-day change in weather. There is a climate change if maybe 30 years ago, the world is colder than it is today. I am Shane Coronel and this is my STS Talk. In the late 1970s, an increase in the discharge of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere was noted by scholars. And later on, more dangerous gases were discovered like nitrous oxide, methane, and sulfur oxide. These gases were coined to us the greenhouse gases that traps heat from the sun that makes the earth warmer. As per what has mentioned, climate change has always been the talk in seminars. So why am I still talking about this one? I believe that continuous empowerment and instillment is needed for us to take action regarding these issues. If there are a lot of discussions regarding climate change but still little action is happening, this means that more seminar and talk is needed to be produced to be heard, so that people will be annoyed and once and for all will take actions. Based from NASA, the current situation of the world with regards to climate change is getting worse. Because of this, there is an increase in heat and wildfires. Water supply is declining and health complication due to heat is increasing. And in this part of the talk, we will discuss the problems emerging because of greenhouse gases that further leads to climate change. Problems because of greenhouse gases was noted by our scientists, one of which is the disruption of ocean currents because of the melting of ice caps in a polar region. Ocean currents takes over temperature, which brings warmer current to cooler places and colder currents to warmer places. Disruption of this brings a lot of change in temperature, which greatly affect the climate pattern. Not to mention what also happened to low places because of the icebergs melting. They will be buried deep because seawater levels rises. Melting of ice caps also greatly affect animals in the polar region like polar bears. Their numbers are decreasing because of loss of habitat and starvation. Another problem brought by greenhouse gases is the depletion of ozone layer. Ozone layer is a layer in our atmosphere that consists of O3 molecules that protects us from the harsh UV rays of the sun. Ozone layer becomes thinner and thinner because of the harmful gases. Chlorine radical, a gas that has a potential to destroy 100,000 O3 molecules, is produced whenever chlorine nitrate reacts with the direct sunlight for a long time. Chlorine radical and bromine radical is produced by the substances used in refrigerator, aerosol, and fire retardant. These are the main reasons or sources for chlorine nitrate. Imagine the carbon footprint we are producing. Acid deposition, another phenomenon caused by greenhouse gases like sulfate and nitrite. When these gases react with dry particulate or vapor, depositions of acid takes place. Acid deposition makes the water acidic and changes the chemistry of soil. Acid deposition greatly affects fishes, fertilization of eggfish, and growth of plants. Some organisms do not dwell well in low pH. Acid deposition greatly affects terrestrial biodiversity and aquatic. Last problem noted by S&T is thermal inversion. Thermal inversion is the flow of warm air and cool air. If pollutants increase during the inversion, the tendency is for the temperature to also increase. In line with this, we have the term El Niño and La Niña, which describes the unusual pattern in our weather. El Niño pertains to the unusual warmer weather, while La Niña pertains to the unusual cooler weather. Extreme effect of this unusual pattern can produce disrupt in the global atmosphere that lead to weather disturbances that are unusual or impossible to some places like heavy rainfall in deserts and snow in tropical countries. These are the signs or one of the signs that our world is getting worse. We have discovered a lot of things on climate change because of S&T. Also, through S&T, we solve problems regarding greenhouse gases and climate change, like solar panels, LED lights, and many more. As we have discussed in the STS course, we have the bringing forth and the challenging forth of the science and technology. Although STS provides solution, it can also make problems that can worsen our climate struggles. Appliances like refrigerator, products like aerosol are the outcome of the knowledge and application. That is why it is up to our hands to use the technology wisely. The campaign in JED 104 really goes along with the topic of climate change, reducing the carbon footprints, saving energy, and reducing the use of plastics. With this, I believe these are all the things one individual needs to know about climate change and the application of S&T to its field. Thank you for watching.